In the heart of a bustling university campus, where dreams were made and futures forged, a new student arrived. Her name was Precious, a girl so stunningly beautiful that heads turned wherever she went. But behind her radiant smile and enchanting eyes lay a secret so dark, it threatened the very lives of those around her. Precious wasn't just any student, she was on a mission. Sent by a powerful and secretive coven, her task was to derail the destinies of the university's brightest minds. Her charm wasn't just natural, it was a weapon, carefully crafted to attract and ensnare. At first, no one suspected a thing. Precious became the life of the party, always surrounded by admirers. Her beauty and charisma were irresistible. But soon, strange things began happening to those who got too close to her. One of her admirers, John, a fourth-year student, stopped Precious to talk to her and ask her out. John was the most handsome guy in school and he takes advantage of girls who fall for him because of his looks. She turned him down knowing fully well that he would come back because she casted a spell on him. John was pissed because he believed no one could turn him down. When he got to his apartment, he narrated what happened to his friend Henry, who laughed at him, mocking him at being rejected. Henry is a complete opposite of John. The next day John dressed up for classes with the intention to get Precious' attention. Though John is a womanizer, he was a very intelligent student who helps his course mates with assignments and projects. After lectures that day, Precious and her roommate Cynthia were walking home when John approached them and asked to speak with Precious. Precious told him she knows what he wants to say and that she is not interested. John asked her if he could do anything to change her mind and accept him. She ignored him and went home happy knowing so well the spell she cast on him was at work. When Precious and Cynthia got home, Cynthia asked Precious if she knew who she turned down, in her words, the most handsome John. They laughed about it, then Cynthia asked her to give him a chance. John got home and told his friend what had happened. Henry asked John if he was alright because he has never sounded that way about a woman. The next day, John got ready for classes earlier than usual to go wait for Precious on the way. When he saw her approach, he heaved a sigh of relief because he waited for more than an hour. John asked Precious out again and this time she accepted. John was so happy not knowing he was under a spell. Cynthia, who used to be a very prayerful Christian, noticed she started backsliding after Precious moved to the room. She also noticed strange things now happening in the room. Any night she wants to pray, she will only end up falling asleep and waking up the next morning. And she has never seen Precious praying. One fateful afternoon Precious went out and Cynthia had a visitor from the student fellowship where she is a member. She had come to find out why Cynthia doesn't come to fellowship anymore. Cynthia told her she doesn't and know why she had become weak concerning church activities. But she reassured her that she will start attending again. When her friend was about to leave, she told Cynthia that she could feel a presence in the room. Cynthia told her she also feels that way most times she is alone in the room. Cynthia saw her off and locked the door. She went to the kitchen to return the plates her friend used. On returning to the room, she saw Precious seated on the bed. Cynthia asked how she got to the room, and Precious told her the door wasn't locked. But Cynthia told her she was sure the door was locked. Cynthia deep down started having doubts about Precious. She didn't know if Precious was human or not because she doesn't know anything about her. Anytime she tries to get Precious to talk about her family, she changes the topic. John became a shadow of his former self. He doesn't understand anything anymore in class that his course mates started asking him what the problem was. He doesn't sleep peacefully at night anymore. He sees himself inside an old thatch house in the middle of a thick forest. His friend became worried about him after he had a dream about Precious with some woman dressed in black feasting on John. Henry decided to call his friend and family to come take him home when he became very ill and not responding to treatment. They took him to a traditional healer who revealed to them what had happened. One day while Cynthia and Precious were coming back from the market, they bumped into Cynthia's pastor, who immediately saw who Precious was. He asked Cynthia to come see him the following day unfailingly. The next day Precious tried to make Cynthia forget her appointment with her pastor, but she didn't because he was praying for her. Cynthia got to the church and her pastor revealed to her about Precious' mission in the school. He told Cynthia to be prayerful and watchful. Cynthia then narrated the experiences she has been having since Precious moved to the room. Cynthia embarked on fasting and prayer. Precious tried to weaken her spirit again but couldn't because Cynthia now knows what she is up against. The prayers became unbearable for Precious and she moved out of the room, but no one knew where she sleeps or keeps her things. Precious was summoned to her coven. The queen of the coven was angry at her for not doing that which she was sent to do. Precious returned determined to destroy more people like she did John. She started wearing skimpy dresses to expose her legs. More people started desiring her. She made out with so many men who ended up with one disease or the other. John returned to school and started spreading the news of who Precious is. He also told them she was the reason he fell ill. They didn't believe him except for Cynthia and Henry. One night Precious came to John's hostel to take his life because of the rumors he has been spreading about her, but Henry, being a prayerful and spiritually strong person, pinned her on the roof and she couldn't move, but her coven members came to help her. She was asked to perform a ritual so she will be given more powers to complete her mission, which she did not, knowing that people saw her performing the rituals. Rumors began to spread like wildfire. Some claimed they saw her performing strange rituals under the cover of darkness. Others whispered that she could charm anyone with just a glance, bending their way to hers. One brave student, Daniel, decided to uncover the truth. He followed Precious one night, his curiosity leading him to a secluded spot. What he saw left him shaken, a ritual so sinister, it confirmed the rumors were true. Precious was no ordinary girl. She was a tool of the coven, sent to sow chaos and destruction. Daniel tried to expose her, but Precious was ready. With a knowing smile, she vanished before anyone could confront her. Her disappearance left the campus in chaos, with her victims struggling to rebuild their lives. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more captivating stories.